Welcome to Trump Breaking News Network, your daily source for up-to-date news on the political scene of Donald Trump, his presidency, American politics and conspiracies. Please subscribe to receive notice of our daily updates. Also share with your friends and your social media. We encourage you to like our videos and give your comments.
This is TBNN.
Stock market plunges, deep state nuclear attack on Trump. Michael Savage, Peter Schiff, Alex Jones and the Health Ranger sound the alarm for America. When it comes to big moves in the stock market, there are no coincidences. Following President Trump's approval for the release of the damning FISA memo that proves Hillary Clinton, DNC collusion with the Obama regime to illegally spy on Trump campaign officials, the deep state is now going nuclear by attempting to decimate the stock market and remove Trump from power. Understand that, in order to take out Trump, the deep state is willing to destroy America in the process. Democrats and the deep state, it turns out, would rather see America decimated than witness President Trump achieve economic abundance for this nation. These people are so evil and so power-drunk that they'll burn the nation to the ground rather than let Donald Trump live another day in office, warns Michael Savage, see video below. 4 prominent opinion leaders across independent media are now sounding the exact same alarm on all this. They are Peter Schiff, Michael Savage, Alex Jones and myself, the Health Ranger. Here are the relevant quotes or article links from the last 24 hours. Michael Savage, the establishment went into overdrive to destroy Trump. So they are taking the market down. Courtesy of the Gateway Pundit. Michael Savage, Trump's stirring SATA speech last week was so great that even CBS admitted 75% of the people who watched it approved of it and loved it. So what happened right afterwards? The establishment, meaning the deep state, call it whatever you want, went into overdrive to destroy Trump, or try to destroy him, where he is strongest, because they couldn't get him where they thought he was weakest. So they are taking the market down. They are trying to hurt you. They are the enemies of the average American. Make no mistake about it, they are going for you. These people are so evil and so power-drunk that they'd burn the nation to the ground rather than let Donald Trump live another day in office. Peter Schiff, the Fed would be happy to see a bear market. Blamed on Trump. Despite its independence, the Federal Reserve may quietly want a bear market that takes down a president that loves tweeting about the stock market. Peter Schiff, CEO of Euro-Pacific Capital, told The Street the Janet Yellen put in the markets could expire under President Trump. I don't know if the Fed has much love for Trump, he said, adding that the Fed had the markets back during the Obama administration. Maybe the Fed would be happy to see a bear market that could be blamed on Trump. Schiff thinks the markets could easily correct 20%. Alex Jones, the globalists are the ones trying to bring Trump down. In May of 2017, Alex Jones also warned about this exact scenario. Via Infowars.com. On May 21, 2017, Alex Jones warned that the banking elites were planning a stock market crash to blame on President Trump and his nationalist agenda if they couldn't stop him through other means. Alex Jones, the mainstream media, is in the news simultaneously trying to drive down markets, by saying, for those of you who supported Trump, his antics are the reason why the stock market is down. No, it was up $3 trillion+ because of exuberance, the talk of tax cuts and the belief that America was back to being business. Health Ranger, globalists are setting up the perfect storm of financial apocalypse to be unleashed once Trump takes office. I saw all this being engineered in December of 2016, where I warned in a Natural News article. The rigged markets that now seem to defy gravity will be deliberately and destructively imploded under President Trump for all the obvious reasons. There will be financial chaos like we've never seen before, investors leaping off tall buildings, banks declaring extended holidays that freeze transactions, and California pensioners slitting their wrists after they discover their promised pension funds were just vaporized by incompetent bureaucrats. The Trump administration will be targeted for termination via punitive, engineered financial firestorm. Initially, I saw this potentially taking place in 2017, But it took a little longer for the deep state to unleash the nuclear financial option, so we're seeing this in 2018 instead. Watch my popular mini-documentary that predicted all this in 2016. Be warned, America is in the crosshairs of demonic, destructive forces hell-bent on absolute obliteration of liberty and prosperity. The takeaway message from all this: it's clear that deep state elements are unleashing a nuclear option to decimate this nation as a strategy to remove Trump from power, and delegitimize Republicans forever. These anti-American forces are right now at war with the United States of America. They have no concern whatsoever for the innocent casualties of this nuclear option, and if they have to plunge America into total economic collapse and civil war, that's well within their acceptable outcomes. In fact, it may be desirable on their part. As I've warned for several years, the long-term goal here has always been to thrust America into a civil war, install Obama as the head of the United Nations, then call for UN peacekeeper troops to disarm American citizens under martial law. Dave Hodges at thecommonsenseshow.com has also covered this extensively. Be sure to read allnewspipeline.com for additional coverage. Realize, too, that the lying legacy media is populated by anti-American traitors who are happily playing along with the deep state to destroy America. This was Obama's goal from the start, by the way, which I accurately foresaw in 2017, as you can read in this shocking Natural News article. Obama is a sleeper cell. How the destruction of America's culture, economy and national security was planned from the start. Listen to my full podcast on Obama's planned destruction of America at this Health Ranger Report link, which features a podcast I recorded in December of 2015. Today, I am calling for the arrest and imprisonment of pretend journalist traitors who have actively conspired against this nation to overthrow the democratically elected government and install a totalitarian regime protected by a shadow government. I'm also calling for the immediate arrest and indictment of Adam Schiff, James Comey, Sally Yates, Loretta Lynch, Hillary Clinton, Peter Strzok, Andrew McCabe and Lisa Page, all on charges of treason. Yes, I've seen this coming for years. And now every dark conspiracy theory you once thought was eye-roll worthy is suddenly coming true. Be prepared for anything at this point, including defending your nation against the current attempt to destroy it, overthrow it or occupy it with foreign troops. As I warn in this recent podcast, now that the political coup of the treasonous left has been exposed, their next goal is a kinetic civil war that spills blood on the streets of America.
This has been the Trump Breaking News Network. Please subscribe and share to stay up to date on the latest news about our president. Be informed.